Well, welcome back, my friends. Hey, I'm Annette Marble, your favorite key realty agent in and around Central Ohio. Today, we're going to explain some house stuff without putting you in too much of a coma. Today, we're going to talk about earnest money, aka the little bundle of cash that says, yep, I'm serious about buying your home, and nope, I'm not here to waste anybody's time. So I'm going to break it down for you on what it is and how it works and who holds it and how you could keep it from just wandering off into the sunset without ever knowing where it went or what you did with it. So what is earnest money? All right, so earnest money is basically a good faith deposit. It's the buyer's way of saying, I want this house and here's some cash to prove it. What do you think, Mo? You got some earnest money? Okay, it's not extra. It's not an extra fee. It gives you credit towards your down payment or closing costs. So it's just not disappearing again back into the sunset. It's just sitting there warming up a nice little spot for you. Earnest money versus escrow. There is a difference. Earnest money deposits the actual money you put down at the start of the deal. That's where you could do it before the inspection or after the inspection. Escrow is the holding tank where the earnest money sits while everyone works through the inspections, the appraisal, the lender, all the lender hoops, and whatever else the universe decides to throw at us, and trust they throw a lot at us. Think of it as earnest money is the deposit. Escrow, the babysitter holding it so nobody runs off with it. So you'll see all those big $1 million shows talking about escrow. That's what it is. Next up, who holds it? Typically, the earnest money is held by the title company or the broker's escrow account, or sometimes an attorney can handle holding it as well if they're handling the closings. In Central Ohio, title companies usually play the babysitter. They hold the deposit safely without any drama. Okay, the good side of the earnest money is let's give earnest money its moment of glory. Show sellers you're serious. Strengthens your offer, especially in a competitive market. Goes towards your closing or down payment. Helps lock the house down while you complete all the inspections and financing so no one can come in and sweep away and take it away from you. Basically, it makes you look like a grown-up who means business. Sellers love that. All right, so this is the not so fun side. Yeah, there's always a catch. There's always the good and the bad. Earnest money can be a risk to you if you miss any of the contract deadlines, don't follow through without a valid reason, decide to walk away after all the contingencies have been removed and a loan has been approved, or you don't provide finance or inspection documents as agreed. In other words, you can just say, actually, I don't feel like buying this house anymore. Bye-bye, and expect to scoop your earnest money back. That's not how that works. If the breakup was your fault, the seller has every right to keep that cash. But how you lose your earnest money? Okay, the risk of losing it. All right, what happens is if you fail to deliver earnest money on a timely basis per the contract, if you back out of all the contingencies after expired, or you don't apply for financing and ignore all the inspection deadlines, this money will vanish into air like a ghosted Tinder date. What do you think about that? All right, if you violated the contract, the seller can claim your earnest money as damages. And next, how can you get it back? All right, well, what is going to happen is you keep your earnest money if you walk away for contract protected reasons, like the inspection reveals major issues, the home doesn't appraise, the financing falls through despite your effort, the seller doesn't meet the agreement terms, and title issues pop up with something crazy. When you cancel the property under your contingency, your earnest money gets refunded. No drama, no arguing, no awkward breakups. So, how much money should you typically put down? A general rule of thumb, and it varies from state to state. All right, homes under $300,000, typically $1,000. Homes $300,000 to $500,000, 1% of purchase price. Homes $500,000 and up, depending on the competitiveness, should be like 1% to 5%. Luxury homes, 1% to 5%. Yes, that's a whole video entirely. If you're in a competitive market, crank up that earnest money a little bit. It'll help make your offer stronger and stand out from all the others. So that's earnest money in a nutshell. If your proof of commitment is still sitting in escrow like a well-behaved toddler, it helps you win offers as long as you follow the contract. It still might, you might have the right to come back to you at closing. But if you're buying a home and you want someone who actually explains this stuff like a real human, all right, DM me, message me. I'll walk you through every step. No guesswork, no surprises, and no loss of earnest money in my watch, just to let you know. All right, so if you found this video helpful, do me a favor. Do Mo a favor. He's still here. He's hiding. Please subscribe, like, or follow, and don't miss out on the next videos where I break down real estate in plain English. Think about buying a home or selling in Central Ohio? Click the link in the description and let's chat. I'll make sure that you're protected and informed and be very confident every step of the way. I want to thank you for watching, and as always, we're in and around Central Ohio, and we're keeping it real here in Real Estate with Annette, Mo, and Associates.